legends. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful day. Today is Moon Day, aka Monday. We are also just 4 days away from the last supermoon of the year. We have a super full moon in Aries coming up. If you guys have been with me for a while or since the beginning, you know Aries full moons are literally my favorite time of the year. Why? Because it is the time where it really just gives us the opportunity to work on ourselves, to just sit back and really figure out, okay, which parts of my life am I going to tweak? Which parts of my life am I going to scream out loud because they don't necessarily need to be tweaked? They just need to be exposed. I love the Aries full moon. Aries is such a like such a planet that is concerned with the self, and I think that around this time of the year, you know, we are heading into October, ending September. This is the time where a lot of people are starting new jobs, heading into new schools, and just entering brand new environments, right? The things that we were manifesting during the spring, during the summer, have come to fruition in one way or another. And so now we are literally in the midst of our manifestations, trying to figure out how to work these new timelines. So, guys, I am super excited because I didn't even know that I was going to necessarily come on today, but then in the middle of my day, I looked down and there was a book on the floor. Well, not on the floor, but it was near the floor. And the book said, "Only passing through." Now, that was a message for me because I really needed to hear that. Like, I really needed to hear that at the time being. But Spirit also let me know that this is a message for the collective. The last time we were together, we were talking about how we were in some temporary positions, right? More than likely, not relationships. Ooh, please. I hope we not in temporary relationships, but if we are, that's okay. This is more geared towards like careers, but take it how it resonates because I could definitely see how, you know, it's both, because usually what we do in one part of our lives, we do in the other part, right? So, a lot of us are in these temporary positions where we are making a living. We are out to survive right now. And not only just survive, of course, thrive, but the goal of why we are at where we're at specifically is to help us survive. It's literally just a stepping stone, right? So, Spirit was encouraging me to encourage you guys to continue to push through, continue to persevere, and continue to use your spiritual eyes, right? The Two of Swords that's coming up in my mind. Continue to try to point out all of the little spiritual things, the little spiritual signs, the synchronicities, all of the things that bring you back to home, like to home base, all of the things that bring you that feeling of being grounded in your spirit and in the spirit once again, because we know that once we get all like, you know, wound up in the things of the world, the matrix work, it can be really hard to want to come home and meditate. You really just want to come home and drink, or you want to come home and smoke, or you want to come home and sleep until it's time for your next shift, right? So the goal here is to avoid different mechanisms of escapism that we've walked away from in the past, and not to pick them back up because we are in spaces and places where, even though the spaces and the places may not be familiar, the emotions that are arising within us are familiar. So yes, I love that. I love that. Let's get a animal spirit guide oracle card for us to start. Thank you to our highest spirits of light, for leading us, for guiding us throughout our days, throughout our weeks, throughout the month, so that we can make the best decisions for us and stay on our path of highest alignment to our highest good. Thank you for leading us and shielding us from anything that is not associated with our highest good, and the things that can be considered negative, but the things that we have to face on the path to our highest good. Thank you for allowing us to see them as challenges and to see where they are shining light on different areas of us that we can improve, things that we can tweak. But more than anything, we are grateful We're grateful for the messages, for the lessons, for the blessings that are here with us right now and the ones that are coming to us in the future. I just saw like a vision of a cat in my mind, so it's giving very much feminine energy. I actually saw a cat earlier at the end of last week. I'm thinking it's a different week. Good job. Okay. So we have the mountain goat. There's something out of balance in your life, so do whatever you need to do to correct it. Yes. So there, this is just talking about making sure that we are balancing our work and home, or work life balance. Basically, the card on the bottom of the deck was the panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or at your place of work. Yes. So immediately talking about work life balance. Yes, Spirit is encouraging you to not become super enmeshed within the things that are happening within your work environment. That environment was already running the way it was running before you got there, so there's no need for you to now come in and enmesh yourself in something that was once chaotic when you lived in peace. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking about being bored with our peace. I bet you're not bored no more. Guys, I'm also a part of the collective, so I can crack jokes, okay? I'm the messenger, but I'm also always a part of the collective. I always say there is no reader that can read for somebody that is not or has not been a part of their collective at one point in time, because that just doesn't make any sense. How can you teach about something that you haven't been through, lived through, experienced? Yeah, Spirit's not about to work like that. They more so gonna embarrass you on camera to let you know, like, yeah, you got some work to do before you start trying to advise the people, okay? So Spirit is kindly reminding us that we can always go into meditation. Can we talk more about this astral travels? I feel like this is all. I feel like this is also talking about dreams. I'm not sure if we've ever talked about this on the channel, but you can absolutely control what your dreams are. So let's say if you know that you need to work on, let's talk about divine masculine energy, because that's what popped out. Okay, drawing down the sun, divine masculine energy, which is very on point when we're talking about career and doing for other people. If you know you need to work on your divine masculine energy, right, but you don't necessarily want to sit down or lay down in a meditation and get that, right, you can always say before you go to sleep, you can talk to your spirit guide, say a quick prayer, and let them know, in my dream, please reveal to me the things that need to be seen so that I can properly care for my divine masculine energy. Divine masculine energy, please reveal to me the secrets that need to come to the light in order for me to continue on the path for my highest good. Yes, because right now it's almost like you are doing so, it's like your powers, your creativity, your spiritual gifts or your spiritual talents um are going towards something that is very draining. And spirit is yes, spirit is wanting you to make sure that you are giving equal time, or even more time is more time. Spirit wants you to give more time to yourself and your own creative endeavors, and less time to the chaos. And I know it's chaos because Jins popped out, to the chaos within the environment that you work in. Now, I know that some of us have no choice but to be enmeshed in the chaos, because that's literally your job, to involve yourself in the chaos and maybe to disperse it or dismantle it. However, it's spirit is saying it's not healthy. It's better for you to focus on you, to keep yourself healthy, because here is we have Burning Man, but this is, to me, this is like the Three of Cups. So we already know with the Three of Cups, is like, when I think about the Three of Cups just off right, I think about a third party situation. But what is the underlying, like, keynote of a third party situation. There's distrust, there is fear of abandonment, there is fear of attachment, there is a lack of communication. It's very downer vibes. It's kind of like depressing when you think about it. Nobody really wants to be involved in a third party situation that is not known to men, unless you are openly polygamous, or like in some type of open relationship. Nobody wants to be in a third party situation. That's just not ideal for anybody. We live in a culture where everybody wants to be chosen, so you definitely wouldn't want to be in a situation where you are explicitly not being chosen. You know what I'm saying? Spirit is reminding you to use the power of music. This group is very connected to music. Remember, you can always offset the mood with the music that you play. I'm not necessarily talking about the radio, but I am talking about like ambient music. I just actually found out what that is, guys. It's like, in a way, it's meditation music, but it's very different than meditation music, because I feel like ambient music is very all encompassing of the different elements that meditation music will take and then make into all of these different categories, right? So you might have your sleeping meditation music. You might have your, I don't know, telepathy meditation music. Ambient music kind of encompasses, it's like an umbrella term to encompass all of it. Remember that you can definitely take also your voice. Some of us are singers. I gotta keep putting that out, like, not your voice is a whole healing frequency. Please use that. Like, not you looking for ways to escape and your voice is a whole cosmic escape route. Like, can you stop sleeping on yourself or what? All right. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that car door slam? That spirit saying, yeah. Whose soul I just spoke to? I'm kidding. But I'm serious. All right. Let's get some, can we talk more about the music? Let's talk a little bit more about the music and mantra medicine. All right. That was quick. Yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. All right. So Spirit is saying most definitely incorporate lots of music that inspire you to get up and get going and to get active with your passion, the things that make you money, your creative endeavors. But be careful about too much. I just heard like riffraff. Be careful about too much riffraff being incorporated in that music. So I was watching a video on TikTok and this guy was talking about how, a lot of times we when we go to the club or when we go out, we try to figure out like, dang, why am I feeling so weird? Why can't I turn up? And he said it's because we live in a culture where we vibe out and we turn up to murder music, and that doesn't even make any sense. That's like an oxymoron. How can you turn up to murder music? And I'm pretty sure all of us are either struggling or have struggled with trauma regarding death in the past, in the present. That is a ongoing thing. So it's just not the vibes. Basically, it's just not the vibes. Spirit is saying be careful about that, because even those things can trigger you and steer your mind in a way where you didn't necessarily see it going. Spirit, somebody in here makes music, and Spirit is saying you need to listen to your own music. Like, you need to blast your own music during your lunch break or after work. You need to listen to your own music and let that inspire you. Let that motivate you. Sorry, guys. Yeah. And yes, be very okay, so Spirit is saying here you need to be very specific about the type of music that you listen to when your cup is full. When your cup is full, be specific about what you intake, because it's almost like you don't want to bring more contamination into the cup before the cup is released, right? You want the music to help you release, not to contaminate what you already have, so that you have more to release. I hope that makes sense. Guys, I'm so happy because Spirit is really like saying y'all are about to be rich, basically. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So wherever you are now, even though wherever you are now, even though the situation might be a little bit messy, Spirit is saying you're taking the right steps. So wherever you are now, that's exactly where you're supposed to be. Don't think that you are misstepping because this isn't what you thought. Like, because your manifestation didn't show up as what you thought, don't think that you took a misstep. You did not take a misstep. But Spirit is, look, then we say the Two of Swords. Here we go. Two of Swords. Spirit is saying this is your manifestation. Now your next task is to look at the benefits of this and how you can work it a little bit differently, right? Because this situation here is very similar to the one that you were in before. It's a little bit better, but it's very similar. It's triggering similar emotions. So this is the time where you are to go into Hermit and figure out what needs to be tweaked, what can be tweaked over here, what needs to be reworked over here, what needs to be reframed over there, so that you can bring yourself back into that balance. Yes, look, here's the Queen of Cups, right? It's very emotional. But here's the Knight of Wands. So Spirit, right underneath the Nine of Wands, guess what it is? The Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups actually popped out in another deck too. So I know that the space that you're in now, the reason why it might feel so like traumatic or like chaotic is because, oh my goodness, guys. The reason why it can feel so like chaotic and traumatic is because you've been here before. You've done this before. So either in a past life or in this life, wherever you are in your career, you have literally been here before and your soul is just tired. But the reason why you're here again is because there's something new for you to see, right? Here's the Four of Cups. Spirit is saying last time you were, yes, thank you. It was like a flock of birds that just flew right past the window. Spirit is saying last time you were here, there were some things that you missed, or there were some things that you didn't see. I'm seeing like oversight. There were some things that were oversighted. So now you're here again, but this time you claiming your Ten of Pentacles. I love it. This is beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry for screaming in y'all ear for people that have headphones, but that was like so beautiful. That was so beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's get a message from our shadow selves, and then we're gonna close it out. Okay. All right. So first of all, this wanted to pop out, and then drama popped out too. Like from the other deck, I got the Five of Wands, and I just put too much talking drama. Okay, too much talking. So perhaps so this could be either two things. This could either be too much talking about yourself, your goals, or thing like too much talking in a way that's not beneficial to you about your creative endeavors. So if you are at your job talking about, the things spiritually going on with you, your spiritual business, your awakenings, Spirit saying it's a time and a place. And that's just not the time or the place, because more than likely you are not surrounded by a community that is going to uplift you and understand you. Spirit is saying that you deserve union, and trust yourself that even if you don't necessarily have, even if you don't necessarily have the community around you right now, trust yourself and know that you can always talk to your spirit team. You can always call on your Aries, right? To help you, lead you, guide you through what's going on. You can script, you can cry it out. And I know, guys, I know it's like, but I want to talk to an actual person is not the same. I know. You can manifest that, though. Did you know that? You can manifest that. Absolutely. Because, look, jealousy. This is why you don't want to spend too much time talking to people that don't understand. And I'm almost getting like people that aren't of the same caliber. Because you will literally spark jealousy in them without even trying. You're just talking about yourself, your goals, what you want to do, the things that are real to you because you've experienced them. And people don't get it. You can't force people to get it. Okay, like you can't force people to get it. And it is time for you to come out the closet. It is time for you to rip me out the plastic. You've been acting brand new. But the people that help rip you out the plastic have to understand what kind of plastic it is, right? So like you can't come with you can't come with like the glad Duracell bag with duct tape on it and then bring it to the kindergartner. They're not gonna know how to rip that. That's not a great example. But do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like that's too strong for a kindergartner to rip. You have to this is just about making sure that you are talking to the right people, basically. And last but not least, addictions popped out. So I know that it can be difficult when you are in places and spaces that remind you of old archetypes. It can be easy to then go and you know find peace in the old coping mechanisms. But please remember the things that caused you disharmony via the coping mechanisms are going to creep back in very soon, very fast. And especially because you have went through this long process of renewing yourself. Oh baby, they're not gonna hold back. They're not gonna hold back because they're only here to throw that ass right back into the light. Okay, throw that ass back right into the light where you're supposed to be. Okay. And last but not least, Spirit is saying, I know I already said last but not least, Spirit is saying you might have to do some cord cutting with maybe some people around you. This seems like it's specific to relationships. So if you are constantly discussing your ideas, your plans, your goals with somebody that you are in a relationship or a situationship or some type of partnership, some type of romantic partnership with, and they are just not getting it, or they are just not as enthusiastic as you would like them to be, or that if it's not hitting, is not fitting. Okay, that's our new coin term. If it's not fitting, if it's not hitting, then it's not fitting. Okay, if your responses and everything, if that's not hitting, it's gotta go, because I don't have time for it. We don't have time for it. We are literally on a mission, on time, on task, on a mission. And we are this close to our wish fulfillment. We're actually already here. It's just about how do we work it, right? Work it. Yes, I'm so excited to be back in front of you guys. I miss you guys, if you couldn't tell. It's been a lot going on, especially with this super full moon coming up in Aries. But I'm telling you guys, it's something about this Aries full moon that just it sparks the energy. It sparks the energy, and it makes me want to just go full throttle with my creative endeavors. So let me know if you guys are also feeling this energy. I'm super excited to be back. Okay, back in a better. I want you back as ever. Okay. So yeah, guys. Yes. Please like this video if it resonates with your soul. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because if you've watched this whole video and you still haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Support the channel, please. We're all a tribe of legends here, and we welcome you if you're new. If you're returning, you already know what the fuck it is. Like, we're legendary over here. All right, guys. I love you. If you would like to book a personal reading, feel free to hit me up at the Gmail below. And yes, I'll see you in the next video. And peace. Stay legendary.